When something great is on its way, life does not always announce it with loud celebrations. Often it arrives quietly, hidden within experiences that test you, stretch you, and prepare you. The universe, in its wisdom, reshapes your environment so you may grow into the version of yourself that can carry what is coming. But before the gift arrives, there are signs subtle, yet undeniable, that change is unfolding beneath the surface. The first sign is that old things begin to fall apart. This is not destruction without purpose. It is the clearing of space, the removal of what can no longer travel with you. Just as a tree sheds its leaves to prepare for a new season, you may lose people, habits, or opportunities. At first, it may feel like loss, but in truth, it is preparation. The second sign is discomfort. Growth never arrives wrapped in comfort. You will be asked to step into spaces that challenge your patience, your courage, and your understanding of yourself. This discomfort is the stretching of your spirit so that it can hold something greater. The third sign is solitude. You may find yourself walking alone more often, not because you are forgotten, but because clarity often needs silence. In solitude, you begin to hear the quiet instructions guiding you toward what is meant for you. The fourth sign is inner restlessness. Something within you feels unfinished, as if life is whispering that you are not yet where you are meant to be. This restlessness is not a curse, it is a compass, pointing you toward the path you have not yet walked. The fifth sign is alignment. Unexpected connections, timely opportunities, and sudden moments of understanding begin to appear. Pieces of your life that once seemed scattered begin to fit together with effortless precision. You feel guided, as though unseen hands are arranging the path ahead. When something old begins to fall apart, the first instinct is often to hold on tighter. We grip it because it is familiar, because we believe our safety lies in what we have known. Yet, life does not remove without reason. It clears so that something greater can arrive. Imagine a garden where every patch of soil is already taken by roots that no longer bear fruit. No matter how much you water or care for them, they cannot nourish you anymore. The gardener must remove them, not out of cruelty, but to make space for new seeds to grow. In your own life, the same process unfolds. People you once trusted may drift away. Habits that once brought comfort may suddenly feel heavy. Opportunities you thought were meant for you may dissolve overnight. In the moment, it can feel like the ground beneath you is crumbling. But what is truly happening is a reordering, the removal of what cannot carry you into the next chapter. It is not always obvious while it happens. There are days when you will question why things are breaking. There are nights when you will replay what you could have done differently. But the truth is, the falling apart is not punishment, it is preparation. That friendship that ended, that job you lost, that plan that failed, each one is a space being freed for something more aligned with who you are becoming. The hardest part is to trust what you cannot yet see, to let go when your hands want to cling, to breathe in the emptiness without rushing to fill it, because emptiness is not a void, it is a container being made ready. The dismantling of the old is the quiet work of destiny, making sure that when the new arrives, it has room to take root and flourish. And when you finally stand in that new season, you will understand why the old had to go, because it could never hold what was meant to come. There comes a moment when life seems to push you into stillness. The doors you try to open remain closed. The paths you walk suddenly narrow until you can no longer move forward. To the restless mind, this feels like failure. To the impatient heart, it feels like delay. Yet it is neither. It is the quiet before the unfolding, the pause before the great wave rises. When something big is approaching, the noise of your surroundings begins to fade, not because the world has changed, but because you are being prepared to listen more deeply. You may notice fewer invitations to distractions. The voices that once demanded your attention may grow silent. This is not isolation, it is alignment. You are being drawn inward so that when the moment arrives, your mind is clear enough to recognize it. In this stillness, doubt often tries to creep in. The mind questions whether you have been forgotten. The heart wonders if you have been left behind. But what feels like waiting is actually weaving. Every moment of quiet is a thread being placed exactly where it needs to be, so that when the pattern is revealed, it carries the strength to hold your future. The world teaches us to keep moving, to keep chasing, to fear stillness as if it means we are losing time. But stillness is not the absence of movement, it is movement in its most profound form. It is the turning of the unseen gears that shift entire seasons of life. When the stillness comes, lean into it. Listen for the faint stirrings beneath the surface. Feel how your breath deepens, how your awareness sharpens, because when the great change arrives, it will not knock loudly. It will appear in a single moment, and only the one who has learned to be still will hear its call and step forward without hesitation. When something great is approaching, life will test the weight of what you can carry. Challenges begin to appear not to punish you, but to strengthen the hands that will soon hold what you are meant to receive. Just as a tree roots itself deeper before it reaches higher, you are invited to stand firm in the winds of difficulty. The trials that come are often unexpected. They may take the form of people misunderstanding you, opportunities slipping away, or sudden obstacles blocking your path. In those moments, the temptation is to ask, why now, why me? Yet, the question is not why, but how will you respond, how will you grow, how will you endure, for the magnitude of the gift determines the depth of the preparation. When resistance rises, see it as the sharpening of a blade. Without friction, the edge would remain dull. Without pressure, the diamond would remain coal. Life is shaping you so that when you receive what is yours, you can hold it with steadiness, without fear of it slipping through your fingers. In these seasons, patience becomes your most valuable companion. The mind will want to rush, to escape the discomfort, to find shortcuts. But every shortcut steals from the strength you are meant to build. Endurance is not born in moments of ease. It is forged when the weight feels unbearable, and yet you choose to keep moving forward, even if only one small step at a time. The truth is, great blessings are heavy. They carry responsibility, change, and sometimes the loneliness of being on a new path. If you cannot carry the weight of preparation, you will not carry the weight of the blessing. So every difficulty, every delay, every challenge, they are not in the way. They are the way, and when the gift arrives, you will see that every trial was a silent teacher, preparing you to receive without breaking, to hold without trembling, and to give back without fear. When something extraordinary is about to enter your life, solitude often arrives first. You may notice people drifting away, conversations growing quieter, and familiar places feeling less like home. It can be unsettling, this sudden emptiness around you. But solitude is not absence, it is space being cleared. Before a seed can grow, the soil must be free of weeds. In the same way, before a blessing can take root, distractions must fade. This space allows you to hear what is usually drowned out by the noise of the world. Without constant voices telling you who you are or what to do, you begin to hear the steady pulse of your own heart. This is the time to notice what you truly value, what you truly want, and what you are truly capable of. Alone, you can see more clearly the patterns of your thoughts, the tendencies of your emotions, and the quiet wisdom that often hides beneath the rush of daily life. At first, the quiet may feel heavy. You may crave the company of those who once filled your days, even if their presence no longer aligned with your path. But soon you realize that this stillness is not loneliness, it is alignment. The people who are meant to walk with you in the next chapter will come, but they will meet you where you are going, not where you have been. Solitude also teaches you to stand without leaning. It strengthens the spine and steadies the breath. Without the constant approval or feedback from others, you learn to trust your own steps, and when the time comes to carry something great, You will not be swayed by every opinion or distracted by every voice. It is in this space that clarity sharpens. What once seemed urgent becomes trivial. What once felt impossible begins to feel natural. And in this quiet, you will find that you are not truly alone. You are in the company of your own growth, your own truth, and the unseen forces shaping your path. The emptiness you feel is only the clearing before the arrival. And when what is meant for you finally appears, you will recognize it instantly, because you met it first in the silence. When something big is about to arrive in your life, the challenges you face may suddenly grow heavier, sharper, and more frequent. It is not because you are being punished, but because you are being prepared. Just as a sword must endure the fire and the hammer before it can shine with strength, the soul must be tested so that it can hold the weight of what is coming. These trials are not random. They arrive precisely where you are weakest, pressing against the places you have long avoided. If you are impatient, you will be asked to wait. If you struggle with doubt, you will be faced with choices that demand trust. If fear has been your companion, you will be asked to walk into spaces where courage is your only light. Each obstacle is a teacher, shaping the very character you will need to sustain what you are about to receive. The closer you get to a breakthrough, the more the resistance seems to tighten. Just before the seed breaks the soil, the pressure is at its peak. In these moments, it is tempting to believe that nothing is working, that you are being pushed backward. But in truth, you are being refined. Every step you take under the weight of these tests makes you stronger, steadier, and more capable of carrying the blessing without it crushing you. Challenges also strip away what is not essential. They show you who stands beside you when the road is not easy, and they reveal the illusions you may have been holding onto. This purification leaves only what is real, and what is real is always enough. It is in the fire of struggle that your capacity expands. Without these moments, you might step into your blessing unprepared, unable to handle its demands. But with them, you enter not just with open hands, but with a resilient heart and a grounded mind. So when trials surround you, do not curse them. They are the final shaping before the arrival. And once the weight you carry feels lighter, it will not be because life became easier, it will be because you became stronger. Life always whispers before it shouts. The signs are never random. They are invitations to step into a higher version of yourself. Every delay, every shift, every test, and every quiet pull towards something greater is a reminder that you are being guided with intention. The path is not meant to be without challenge, for it is the challenge that shapes you into someone worthy of the gift. When the moment comes and the doors open, you will recognize that nothing was wasted, not the waiting, not the losses, not the struggles. All of it was preparation for the weight of what was meant to be yours. And when you finally hold it, you will not only see the blessing, you will see the transformation it created in you along the way.